All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at client number 2, or really, which should have been client number 1, but we got a call from Linda, so we had to go take care of that. Gonna go ahead and try to head out in this muggy rain and get all this taken care of. So let's see if they allow me to video. Hi, how you doing?
Hello, how you been, Adrian?
I've been good. How you making out?
I'm making out pretty good.
Haven't
Busy.
seen you in a while.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Been
Do you
busy.
mind me videoing while I
Oh, no.
Okay. I always like to ask first.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we had to come, and you still have the classes?
Actually, no, we had to stop the classes. I got so busy. And unfortunately, the young lady that was helping me, Nicolette,
Yeah.
she had to move to Virginia to go help her mom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I
So.
see. Well, we stopped coming. He came down with Parkinson's,
Oh.
and he's not very steady. He walks, but he walks with a
Yeah.
walk.
But other than that, doing okay?
Other than that, yeah, we've been doing okay. I've just been busy, taking care of him and all. So,
Look, I hope I got one like you.
well, I hope you do too. I think we just celebrated 52 years.
52 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I can only hope.
Yeah, well,
I'm at.
no, you don't have to hope. All you have to do is work at it.
Yeah, and you're right.
That's all. It's a
You're
job.
absolutely right.
It's a job. So I think I messed up by, doing that with that guy.
It's okay. Whatever it is, we're gonna get to the bottom of it,
Okay.
and we're gonna fix it.
Okay.
So, all right. Let's see here. So, did he change anything or do anything that you could tell?
No, he up there. He put that my tech up there to call him, and my tech all the way at the top, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, if you don't mind, just kind of explain what happened.
What happened was I went on the computer yesterday to do my banking.
Hey, how you doing?
To do my banking, and I had a signal. It was beeping and beeping and beeping, and it said the account is my computer is locked because there's a possibility of a hacker, and it kept beeping, and there
And
was
they said to call this number.
right. It said to call that number, and I called that number, and he gave me a few instructions, and I told him, I said, well, my husband isn't here. He said it'll be $449 to fix it.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
you could go out and buy another computer for that price.
I know, but he said it would be $449.99. He has that on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he said we paid that in 17. I don't remember that at all.
Okay. No, a lot of times they try to scam you to try to make it seem like, they're familiar with you and
Right.
and they've either done business with you in the past or something like that.
Right.
But it's all really just a scam. It's a
Okay.
scam to try to get you to utilize their services. Now the great thing is he didn't get to lock you out of this computer,
No.
because that's what at least the several that I have done in the last 2 or 3 weeks, they've locked the people out of their computer.
Okay.
So the good thing is you didn't get to that portion. But yeah, this is 9 times out of 10 a scam. To be honest, there's not much wrong with this computer right now, other than there's probably some kind of malware on here, which I'm going to clean up in just a second.
All right.
So,
Yeah, he gave that number, and I said, well, I don't want to pay that. I have to talk to my husband. He won't be back until like 4 o'clock. He said, well, make sure you give me a call at that time. And I thought about it. I said, no,
yeah.
I'm gonna call you first.
Well, I'm glad you thought about me.
Yeah.
So I can save you all
I
that.
said, even my husband, he said, no, that doesn't sound right. I said, well, you're right.
So the first thing I'm going to check on here is your antivirus, which is WebRoot. Okay.
Now he
And
said WebRoot, you can't use it with Windows 10.
you can't.
That's what you can.
It's on here.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, there was a guy.
You using it.
Right. See,
Was a guy told me, you know, I said, well.
So let's show this here. See, this is going to help some people. This
Yeah.
is really going to help some people.
Okay.
So we got WebRoot, and let's just verify this operating system here. All right. What does that say?
Yeah.
Windows 10.
Yeah.
So it's on here, it's working, and it's Windows 10. So a lot of them will try to lie to you, and what they hope is that you don't know what he's talking about. You know, so
We really don't, but she did the right thing.
Right. So, but no, pretty much all of the antiviruses can work on Windows 10. That's not a problem.
Okay.
And what I'm thinking, I don't necessarily think you have a virus per se, which I'm gonna check with my software.
Well, how did they get to do that beeping sound?
Well, that was a pop-up. Okay, and I'm gonna check. Well, I have checked that as well, because when you go to the internet, it's not happening right now, right? So sometimes you can go to a page and you get a pop-up. What they're hoping is that you panic. They want you to panic, and they want you to call that number, and then they'll start showing you things that you have no clue about, and no way to know if they're telling the truth or not.
Right.
And then they take advantage of you, which is basically what they did.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to download this little software and do just a double scan. I know you do have not Malwarebytes, you have WebRoot.
Right.
And as of right now, it's saying you're not infected. So that leads me to believe that it was just a pop-up.
Okay.
And the fact that it's not coming up, again,
Right.
leads me to believe the same thing as well. But I'm just going to be extra sure and run my software on top of your WebRoot, and then I'll just uninstall my software.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, you would be getting, if it was infected, you would be getting it even right now. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
So the best thing to do when something like that happens is to restart the computer, right? If the problem comes back, you know that you've been infected, because if it's embedded already, it's going to be there, and it's not going to go anywhere whether you restart your computer or not.
Okay.
If you restart your computer and it's not there, then you know it wasn't a true infection. It was just a scam, and they were trying to get to you. So that's kind of a way you can tell.
Well, I did turn it off at first, but when I turned it back on, it came back on.
It did come back.
Yeah, it came back on.
Okay.
When you say turn it off, do you have to unplug it or just turn it?
No, just shut it down.
Well, that's what I did. I shut down, and I closed out all my programs.
Okay. Do you typically use Internet Explorer? Do you use Google Chrome?
I use Explorer.
Explorer.
Yeah.
All right. Let me double check that, because I was using Google Chrome. And how do you normally go to the internet from here?
From here, I go on the Microsoft Edge right there.
This one right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And give me a site that you would normally go to or something like that.
Let's say I go to my Cox Internet for my email.
Okay. And is it okay if I go ahead and sign in?
Sure.
All right, yeah. So as of right now, we're not seeing anything. So it looks like you're doing pretty good.
Okay, you can take that My Tech off of there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I definitely will take that off.
What was that, My Tech?
That was, the guy put that on there with his number and everything to call him back.
Oh,
Because I told him you weren't here. He said, what time? I said, he'll be back around 4 o'clock. But I said, I'm not calling that number.
right.
So we're gonna just do this final scan, and just make sure that he didn't leave anything on the computer and stuff like that.
Okay.
Other than this one little file here, and I'm gonna go ahead and delete that one because you don't need that. And have you been having any other problems with the computer? Or
No, I haven't.
Okay. Do you have important files on here that you like? Do you have a backup? I guess is what I'm getting at.
Not really.
No, I have,
Oh,
You have that.
yeah, that's
Okay.
all I have. Mostly on there, I have my sewing stuff and all. But that's the
Okay.
only thing I have right there.
Okay. No, this is good.
Okay.
The only downside to these is you have to manually be doing the backup. So just having it plugged in is not
Oh,
it's not going to do the backup automatically.
you can put it on top of the computer there. I just had it on the side over there.
All right. So let's go ahead and check that out while we're here.
what should we do so she can have the backup for all that stuff?
Okay, so when you have a external backup, normally what you would do is copy and paste the files, right? Some of them come with software. This one looks like it does not. I don't see any software on here that you can install so that it can do it automatically. So this would be a manual style backup, which means you would open one of your folders. So let's take the documents folder, for instance, right? Now, the documents folder is located on this physical machine.
Okay.
The iOmega hard drive is that particular device. So what you would want to do is copy your files, and you could select a single folder of file, and you can right click and say copy, right? And then you would come to the iOmega and you would right click and then say paste. And the only reason paste is grayed out here is because I didn't actually do the copy, but in that way you have to manually move the files over to have a duplicate.
And where is that gonna go? I don't understand where.
That's gonna go on that thing there.
Yes.
It's
That
gonna
is
go
correct.
on
So
that. Okay.
yeah, so let's rewind. Let's go back. So let's say you have your documents, right? Let's say this birthday document, this birthday PDF, you want that to be backed up because you feel like that's important to you, right? The goal is to have a duplicate, one on your computer and then one on your external drive, so that if the computer fails, you can pull off of that if you need to get a new computer. If that fails, you still have your computer. So no matter which one goes out, you have a duplicate, right? So the way you do that is, if I were to right click on the file, and it could be a folder or file, doesn't matter. Okay, you get the option cut or copy. Now I don't want to do the cut because that will move it, right? We don't want to move it from here to there. We want a duplicate.
Okay. All right.
So
then we want to select the copy option.
All right.
You want to write that down?
Yes, say she wants to do. She's gonna want to do all of them. Can she do more than one at a time?
Yes, and I can give you I'm thinking about what would be the easiest to do. You need a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Because
that's
she
it.
has a whole lot of,
Whole lot of files.
she has
A whole lot of craft on there.
craft files.
But all of my craft files are on there because I use downloads, and it automatically goes to that. But I don't have
Now,
it on the computer.
If you there is an automatic one. It's like $71 a year. $71 a year.
Right.
The one we use is Carbonite, and it'll automatically. You don't have to think about it. It backs up all the files on your computer, and
Oh,
it does it
really?
for the whole year. Yeah.
And
So
then
that's
if something happens, how do I find Carbonite?
so you would log in. You would go to carbonite.com. You would
Mhm.
log into your account with your user ID and password, and then you could just download whatever file you needed.
Oh, okay. And it's only $71 a year.
Yep, $71 a year.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's not really that expensive to say you get a whole year worth of protection.
right.
You could lose both of these, and it wouldn't even matter. You could just go get another computer and download the files.
So
Back to your
everything
number.
she have will be downloaded.
Yeah, everything. Not software, but her files. Right.
Mhm.
So if you have Microsoft Word, it's not going to back up Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
But even with that, if you had the user ID and password, you could potentially, not potentially, you could go to the website and re-download it. So let's say this computer crashed.
Mhm.
You can't copy Microsoft Office, which is Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, but we can go to MicrosoftOffice.com, put in the user ID and password, and download the program again.
Mhm. Okay.
But now, as far as your personal files, so Word documents, Excel documents, PDFs, stuff like you see here, to back those up, that's what Carbonite is for. It's going to make sure that, because I know me, I have 20 million things going on every day,
Mhm.
so I'll forget. There's
Mhm.
been times where I was supposed to back up stuff and I didn't, and
Right.
it's been a while, knock on wood, but I've forgotten. I've lost a hard drive because the hard drive went out. But
Okay.
ever since Carbonite came out, I've had it because it
Okay.
just makes life so much easier. I don't have to think about it; it just does it.
Okay.
so all of her, what do you call it, files for the sewing machine.
Yeah,
All that will be down.
Yeah,
all
that can be
downloaded.
backed up.
Everything, but like you say, the office and stuff like that. Well,
You don't
Yeah,
use the
you're not your
Office
program. So,
Uh-huh.
is there any other programs that you use besides Office that you could think of?
no.
Yeah. Which again, that's not a big deal because you can get those again. It's not that you can't, but I want you to know what's being backed up versus what's
Right.
not.
Right.
Right.
So your programs do not get backed up onto Carbonite. It's just your files. Okay.
Okay, well,
Can you install that
Yeah.
here?
If, if you
I
like.
would. Yeah, I would like to.
You have a debit or credit card?
Yes.
All right. So the scan is complete. You are good. So nothing was installed on here. It's just that was a pop-up.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. The computer's clean. If you get one again, just make sure to call me. You don't have to come out. I'll guide you on what to do
Okay.
to prevent that going forth.
All right.
And yeah, let's go to Carbonite.
Hey, that would be good.
right. That
Need
way
something.
you ain't got to
I'm gonna
worry
have to
about,
go.
is my,
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
looking for this thing. You know you have it.
Mhm.
You just have to know where to find it.
And I'm gonna write it all. We can write it all down. That's not a problem.
Here, you write it all down first.
Okay. All right. So, what's your email address?
MAWPAW
MAWPAW
1223 at cox.net.
All right, that's MAWPAW 1223 at cox.net.
Correct.
All right, and the password, I want you to, we got to make up a password, so go ahead and just write one down. It needs to be at least 8 characters long. It needs to have an upper and lowercase Upper, lowercase, and number.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, these things get on my nerves.
I know, huh?
What's that?
They want you to, I'm not a robot. So
Yeah.
you got to find all the pictures. Sometimes they act right and, you know, it's fairly easy. But sometimes it can be a pain. So like that one went through pretty easily.
I'm not a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they'll tell you, like that one there, click on all the pictures with cars in it.
Oh.
One day it was crosswalks.
Right.
Sometimes it's lights.
Oh, and, I don't use it that much, so I don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, sometimes like just now it was real easy, but some of
Yeah.
them can be a pain in the butt.
Then you have to type in letters and numbers sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Okay. So it's installing now.
Okay.
So now, all the ones that you already have on it, was it already installed that?
They'll pick up the files
That's already
yeah.
installed.
Yeah.
Oh, she don't have to try to go back and do nothing to get those.
No, and I'm gonna go over it once it's installed. I'll go over that with you, and you know, I can show you how the files are being backed up, so you can identify what files are being backed up and what are not.
Oh. She'll remember that better than me, because I'm not computer. Half the stuff you taught me, I didn't forgot.
That's all right. That's all right. You know, if you're not doing it every day, you know, it goes. All the stuff don't stay in my head neither, I'm telling you. As much as it changed. It's always evolving, always changing.
Yeah, well, I got a memory loss problem too, so that doesn't help.
Okay. So right now it's scanning your computer for files and looking for files to be backed up. And what you'll notice here is it's just going through and it's going to start backing up the files. Now, initially it's going to take about a day or two to back up everything on a computer.
Okay.
It depends on how many files you have. It could be one day, it could be 3 or 4 days. I don't think you have a super amount. As a matter of fact, I can kind of check here.
Well, does it tell you the percentage like all the other time?
Yes, it'll tell you the percentage. Okay, yeah, you have what, less than 2 terabytes. So, well, actually, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You have 2 terabytes and you're only using 53.7 gigabytes, which is nothing. Takes 1,024 gigabytes to equal a terabyte. Either that or 1,000, one of them. I forget the actual number, but anyway, you got a lot of space.
Okay. And anything I add to that, it'll automatically be backed up.
Yes. Now, what you'll notice that was not here before is all of your files have these little orange dots.
Okay. Right.
They didn't have that before.
Right.
So what that means are those are files that are flagged to be backed up.
Oh. Okay.
Once they're backed up, those dots will turn green.
Okay.
So in a day or two, I'll call back and check on you, and all I want you to do is just kind of look at these and see if the files have turned green, or see if the dot on the file has turned green.
You know how to get to that spot?
Yeah, this part is pretty easy. She can come to File Explorer, which I'll show you here. Where is it? You can either type in File Explorer.
Okay.
And it'll come up, or if you just open this little icon right here on the desktop.
Wait, okay, right, okay.
That's File Explorer as well.
Okay, let me so I can click that folder on. Huh?
Yeah, so you can say the folder icon. But even like right here, see these are green.
Oh yes.
So it already took those and backed them up.
Oh, okay.
All right. And let's see. Yeah, this is not anything too personal. So you can see here that they have a little green dot on them, and that's what shows that they're being backed up.
What's that malware bites on there?
Oh yeah, that was one of the tools that I used to double scan. So I'm gonna take that off.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would that be something good for us to keep on, or?
You don't have to. WebRoot is pretty good. I just used that one and one other one to check. You know, if I ever think somebody's infected, I use those to check behind it. But you were clean anyway, so that means that WebRoot was doing what it was supposed to. Yeah, it was doing this job. Like I said, that was just a pop up, and you know, because he got you to call a number, he was able to communicate and try to trick you. But you did the right thing. You called me, and you know, so he don't get his $400.
Right.
$449.
$449. Right. And to do nothing, right? Because the computer's not even infected. We just established that the computer is not infected. So what would you have been paying $400 for?
For him to
Just
tell
to be
you it was not
scammed.
infected.
Just to be scammed.
Right. Just to be scammed. That is correct.
You know, so.
For him to tell you that you're all right and you was already all right.
You was already all right. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. All right. So you were asking, how do you access this? All right. This will be located in the lower right-hand corner of your computer. All right. If you click this little up arrow, you'll notice that now you have this little green ball in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, and it's called Carbonite. If you click on that, it'll bring you to the Carbonite console. Right. Now, once your files get backed up, then you can also go in here. Yeah, you can log in.
She's writing down stuff.
Where you at?
Okay, I have you click on the up arrow, and then you go to that little green ball.
Right. Now you have that way, and I don't want to confuse you, but you have two different ways you can do it. You can click on that, or you can click on a Carbonite icon on a desktop.
Oh, okay, that'll probably
that'll
be easier. Yeah.
Click on that.
Yeah.
Or the big green ball at the top.
Yeah. Okay, now once you click on the ball and Carbonite comes up.
Okay, you just clicked on the ball.
I thought I did. It's probably taking a second because it's doing that initial backup. There it is. Okay. All right. So once it comes up, you can see here it's really simple. It says get my files.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's
So you would just click that, and if you have a file on the desktop, right? In Carbonite, it's going to look just like the structure of your computer. So you would go to the desktop on Carbonite, find the file you're looking for, and then you would tell it download this file.
Okay.
And you do that just by clicking on it. It would say, do you want to download this file? You say yes. Okay.
I see we got 3% done.
So I don't think it's going to take too long. Yours will probably take a day.
Oh.
You know, by later on tonight, I think yours will be finished backing up everything.
All right. Now, I can use the computer while this is going on?
Oh, yeah.
Everything? Okay.
Absolutely. That was another plus to it. Like, you don't even have to stop using the computer. You can do whatever you need.
Okay.
Now, if you ever run across a file that's not being backed up, like if you see something in here, see like all of these have pretty much a green or orange dot, which means they're going to be backed up. But let's just say this file wasn't flagged to be backed up. If you right click and you can come to Carbonite, and right now it says don't back up this file because it's already set. But if it wasn't set, it would say back up this file.
Okay.
So you could tell it, hey, I want you to back up this file.
Okay.
Okay. Like your I'm assuming the Paysetter BS that's for
Yeah, that's for that one over there, right?
That's for that one. Okay. So do you have files for that?
Yeah, and most of them are on that little.
On a little drive?
Yeah, and I have that under.
Do you have any on the computer?
Downloads? Yeah.
Because see, now this is not going to back up the stuff that's on a drive, so you want to make sure whatever you have is also on a computer as well, because you have a bunch of space on your computer.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm in downloads, and see it's flagged all these to be backed up.
Okay, good. I really don't want to lose my patterns. It's on my patterns.
That's on your pattern. Well, yeah, all of them are set to be backed up.
Okay, good.
Okay. That's very important. So that's gonna be backed up, like in the skies somewhere.
So it is the cloud, but
Cloud.
all the cloud is let's say I had a computer at my house
Mhm.
and I had a bunch of storage, and I said, hey, I'll back up your files for you. That's all the cloud is. So it's a company that's saying they're gonna hold your data and secure your data for you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not really on a cloud. Is it?
No, it's not really. It's not really up in the cloud. It's somewhere safe in some other state or city or whatever, and it's just somebody with a big old computer.
Hopefully it's in the United States.
Hopefully it is in the United States. But as long as they give us access to it, we okay with that.
Right.
We okay.
Well, I wouldn't want to be dealing with China.
No, it's not.
Or
It's
Russia. You know, China or Russia.
No, I don't believe it's over there. Now, see, now you're gonna make me go look. I never looked at that, but you're gonna make me go look.
So check it out. Huh?
Because you're more comfortable if it's in the
United States.
country.
Yes, sir. Keep it local, as they say.
Because they was talking about. That's why I said I forget, but they was talking about something that children are using it for the face and changing their face and all that.
Oh wow!
And that's from China, and they can get in your computer and do whatever.
Okay. Now I knew about the
So
the webcams. I'd heard about that. It'll cover your webcams and stuff.
Yeah, I don't even use that. I don't even know how to use that. So.
now,
Do you need to use it? I mean, that
No.
don't have to be a right now thing, but if you ever do want to know how to use it, just call me and I can come over here and show you. That's not a problem.
Sometimes when the grandchildren come, they might do something,
Yeah.
but I don't fool with that kind of stuff.
Now, since you mentioned that, do we have that on the camera on our TV?
No. Mm-mm.
Our TV doesn't have one.
No, I don't. No.
We don't have it on any of them.
Uh-uh.
No, because just because they mentioned that on
On the news, yeah, no. It has to be a smart TV, and you don't have a camera on there. Normally they're at the top, in the middle, or at the bottom, but yeah, you don't have a camera on there.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
No, that's it. I think I have enough notes. If not, I will, give you a call.
Yes, you definitely
Yeah,
have my
I will
number.
do
Oh,
that.
wait, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. So that was a trial. You want to go ahead and purchase it though, right?
I do.
So what it'll do is it will it'll give you 15 days of a trial, and then it'll start the actual what do you call that? It'll start the actual plan. So let's go ahead and sign that up, so you
Okay.
don't have to worry about that.
And you said that's $71.
I believe so. They're gonna tell us the.
Okay.
But last time I got it, which was like a year ago. If
Uh-huh.
they haven't gone up, it was like $71.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. See, 71.99 per year. So they say they can include the external backup, but
Mhm.
it'll be $111 if you want the external included. Is that something you would want?
no, I think the 71 is.
Yeah, I don't think
know.
you need it. You have enough space on your hard drive. You could store a bunch of files. You're not even using a quarter of what you have. So, all right, continue to billing, and I just need a.
Yes, this one here. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and print out a PDF.
Okay.
which will keep a digital copy on your computer. So if you ever need to revert back to it or anything. It's going to be called Carbonite Receipt.
Okay.
And we're going to save it under My Documents.
Okay.
All right.
And you say you're printing that out? No.
Well, I printed it in the digital
in
form,
here.
so you don't have to waste
Okay.
paper on it. So if you ever need it,
Okay.
you just come here and go to Documents
Oh, okay.
and see it right here.
Yeah. All right.
So you can always access it.
All right.
You might lose the paper anyway.
Right, right. So that's why
Yeah.
we keep it on the computer. All right. So now we can just close that out and you're good to go.
Oh, thank you.
You're quite welcome.
I'm glad it wasn't as much damage as what I thought it would be.
Nope.
Yeah.
So if you could do me one last favor, just tell the folks what you thought about your experience.
Oh, I was glad I called Adrian Broussard because I had no idea what to do, and he did a great job of explaining everything to me and taking care of everything for us, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you very much, Adrian.
Oh, you're quite welcome. All right, y'all. So y'all get to see a little bit of the inside and what we deal with on a day-to-day, and I thank them for allowing me to do the video because you all get to see the types of scams and things that people go through and have to deal with. So these are the type of things that we like to try to protect people against. So if you do have a problem or you do have something that's questionable, don't be afraid to give us a call. 504-383-3259 at It's Me Technology Firm. Later.